Hello. So we have seen some basic types of manufacturing processes such as metal forming and casting earlier, and now a machining is also a very large chunk of or large different category of machining manufacturing process in which earlier we were trying to shape the metal in the form required form which was in casting and metal forming either by heat treating it, making it into liquid form and then giving it a desired shape, or putting forces on my material and then changing the shape of that. In the machining, what we'll do, we are going to remove the material from the original workpiece, and that removal of material is made in such a way that the final piece what we have got is what the desired shape is. So this is the a different type of another approach of doing manufacturing by removing the material. There is a potential loss in machining because we are going to remove that material. Whatever removed material is generally called as chips. So that removing is making we are making chips and we are removing, so that chips which we are getting, those are potentially the loss of our raw material. So we are going to incur that loss in our material, while the this loss is not seen in casting and metal forming. But obviously we can rebuild this, reheat, melt, and we can direct again get my original workpiece back. Then the major points of uh, study should be the cutting tool, the machining tools. The machine tools are the lathe tool, the drilling. So all those machines actually are called as machine tools. Then we have job and workpiece. So that's the what on which I'm going to do the machining, and the how the motion is happening in the machining process. So in the metal forming, the motion was some reciprocating motion in which my plunger was coming and hitting my workpiece. Over here, it should be something different where there is some relative motion between tool and job, and that relative motion is going to cause some type of deformations in my job, and that will give me the desired shape of my job. Now, what the aim should be, the final aim is to get good surface finish, because the one reason is of aesthetics. I want good surface finish, so my customers are attracted to my product. And the second is have better mechanical properties, because rough would have stress concentrations. Rough surface would have stress concentration on it, while and rough surface would have less fatigue strength also, and smooth surfaces are very good at endurance test. So what's the unwanted or removed material? That is the removed material. We are making it by forming of chip, or we are removing that material by evaporation. So if a lot of excessive amount of heat is generated, that will be removed by evaporation. So there are two kinds of motion which are happening. There will be a primary motion and a secondary motion. The primary motion is of the tool which is rotating. So I have some kind of machine, some kind of arrangement in which my tool has to be fixed, and the tool is going to rotate. So tool is what the cutter is of my machine, and the tool is going to rotate. Or the second motion or an equivalent motion will be a job rotation. So what I want a relative motion between my tool and job. That's the primary motion which is happening. And the secondary motion is the feed motion. That means I'm going to pull or put my job on my tool, or on the tool on my job, such that there is some cutting motion which is actually happening. And the feed motion is called as directrix, or the path that they follow is called directrix, and the cutting motion path followed is generatrix. So the combination of this cutting motion and feed motion, the directrix and generatrix, will give or will result into different kinds of uh, shapes which we can produce. So we can have a planar motion, or we can have a cylindrical motion. We can have all different kinds of motion. So let take a look at this shaper machine. So I have a workpiece which is laid down on the table, and my tool is going to make some strokes, so back and forth. and in each stroke it can, like, it can make one stroke, come back, it can move a bit in the perpendicular direction, then make another stroke. So the directrix is one of the straight motion, and the generatrix can be another perpendicular straight motion. So these are the directrix and generatrix, and this combination of directrix and generatrix, this specific straight line paths which are perpendicular to each other, will make some desired motion, or this will specifically result into a planar surface. Now, in a turning process, my generatrix is this motion. That is the motion of my cutting, or my tool, or my job. So the job is going to rotate, and that rotational motion is this. And my directrix, that is the motion of feed, is given in that direction. So that is the direction. This will result into a cylindrical surface. That's why it is called as turning process. In CNC milling machine, my directrix is in the plane of my generatrix itself. So here, this generatrix circle is over here, and my directrix is aligned like this. So actually it will make a cylindrical surface. But in this milling process, my generatrix and directrix are in the same way. So I have a circle like this, and my directrix is in my plane, or in the plane of the generatrix. That means I'm going to remove the material from that plane. So there will be some path in which I am going to remove the material. That's milling. And different combination of this generatrix and directrix will result into different kinds of surfaces which we can make. So I'll stop over here. In the next video, we'll look at the mechanism of chip formation. Thank you.